this is my Lego wall where I'm collecting every Star Wars minifigure ever made. And I've come quite a long way since I started this series. I just made an update over the wall. If you have any questions about how I sort it or where I get the pieces or why I do what I do. But just a quick rundown, we got the oldest guys at the top, and then down here, the newest guys at the bottom. They're sorted by the Bricklink catalog, and every space is a guy I still need. And today, we're gonna cross a threshold. We're finally gonna get over 900 minifigures. There are over 1,400 on the wall, in the Bricklink catalog, and today we're gonna get over 900 of them. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So first up, we have a couple of older minifigures. On the left here, we have Dutch Vander in dark bluish gray. So this guy came out in 2004 in the Y-Wing TIE Fighter Toys R Us exclusive set. And to get him in good condition, he's about $6. So this guy actually has a very similar figure on the wall, and it's this one right here. And can you tell the difference between these two? It's very, very minute. This guy has dark bluish gray, and this guy has the old dark gray. It is the minorest of minor variants, and it's just, a guy. It's not a very expensive variant, right? But it's just a guy to fill a spot on the wall. So this guy is just a very standard X-Wing pilot from back in the day. He's got the very basic X-Wing print. His helmet there actually looks very solid. Let's see if we can get that to focus a little better. It's got the nice prints for like the stripes there, and then he's also got the nice little head print there with the mic coming down his face. That's just kind of cool. That of course is not Dutch Vander's head, but it is what it is. It's an existing Lego print that they had. On the right here, we have Princess Leia in her Hoth outfit with textured hair. So there is a very, very expensive variant of this minifigure with smooth hair. It's a factory production mistake, and it's very expensive. This is not that minifigure. This character came out between 2004 and 2007 in 3 different sets. Two of them were a Millennium Falcon from 2004. One of them was just a redo of it, and then 2006 had her in the X-Wing TIE Fighter. And this minifigure, to get her in good condition, is also about $6. So this is a very, basic Hoth Leia. It's before they started doing the pupils, and this is a small pupil at that compared to like Dutch here, who has the large pupils. So she looks a little bit off. She's got, nice printing for the front here. It's not super detailed or textured, but from 2004 actually, it is what it is, right? It's not bad. If we take off her hair, she's got no alternate head, and then her face print there is just like meh, very, very blank. But 2 characters that I'm glad to add to the wall. So the next minifigures in line, we jump all the way to 2023 for. So not a whole lot of old guys in this video, but we got a ton of new guys. So starting off, we have guys from the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor. So on the left here, we have another version of the Mandalorian, and this one is specifically silver Beskar armor with jetpack, helmet, and top lines. So you can see he's got some really nice printing there, and then he also has a face. We got Pedro Pascal finally in Lego form. So this guy actually came in 3 sets. So in addition to the Mandalorian Fang Fighter versus TIE Interceptor, we got him in the Spider Tank as well as the Mandalorian N1 Microfighter. So this is, I think, the best Mando minifigure we've gotten so far. The print lines on the helmet just add wonders to this guy. And then of course his printing all around is just really, really good. Like this guy, he only goes for about $4 right now, but the printing on this guy is well above $4. Like it's freaking nuts. The arm printing is really good. He's got his, shoulder pads and wrist braces. He's got even his Mudhorn logo there, which is really, really neat. Take off his helmet. There is no alternate face here, but we can pull off his head to see, well, it's kind of stuck on there, dang. We pull off his jetpack, we can see underneath, we still have printing there. So this is a really nice minifigure. On the right, we have the Mandalorian Fleet Commander. And this guy actually just got updated. So previously, there's only one lot for the Fleet Commander, and it was with him and the helmet. So this guy specifically came out in the Fang Fighter set, but he actually just got released in a book, and he only came with the helmet in the book. So he also came with the hair in the set. So you know what Bricklink did? They created a whole new lot for him. So new variant, yay, we all love variants, don't we? So that's cool. So this guy is specifically the one with hair. He goes for about $5 new. So luckily I can just pick up another one of this guy for pretty cheap, slap the helmet on him, and put him in the spot on the wall. And that specific one is a 2024 variant. But regardless, this is a really cool figure. He's got nice printing for his torso and the legs there, nice and shiny. No arm printing. I really like his face print here, and kind of the cocky, eyebrow raise. And then on the back here, just a big old grin. If we take off his head, again, kind of stuck on there, we can see his back printing, very similar to Mando's there, with just the silver jetpack holder there. But a very cool minifigure regardless. I will wait to show off the helmet for when I get the helmeted version. So I'm a little annoyed. I don't like that they keep adding those little variants, but I mean, that's just collecting Lego Star Wars, right? But without further ado, let's get on to the next two guys. Next up, we have the other two minifigures from the Interceptor versus Fang Fighter set. So on the left here, we have the TIE Interceptor pilot, and this specific one is a female with the nougat head. So if we take that helmet off, look at that, female face with the nougat head. So otherwise, this is the exact same TIE Fighter pilot we've gotten in a few sets now. There might be some printing with the helmet that separates it a little more. It's just a very standard, basic TIE Fighter helmet. It looks really, really good though. Same thing with the torso there, looks solid. Good leg printing, no arm printing. We throw away on the back there. He's got the nice print for the back. And if we take that helmet off, we can look at that face a little better. Very, very stern looking, no alternate head. It's a nice minifigure, and this guy goes for about $4 right now. On the left, we have the Astromech R2E6. So this guy, it goes for a little bit more. It's about $7.50 to get him brand new. And it's a cool little Astromech droid. I like it all decked out in black. He's got really nice printing, just a standard Astromech print that we get for every Astromech. And then again, the same Astromech print that we get for every Astromech on the dome. No back printing. I think they reserve that for only like UCS figure variants. But regardless, it's just a cool black Astromech droid. And I think this one will be fairly collectible in the future. But that does it for these two guys. Let's get on to the next ones. All right, for the next set of minifigures, we have the guys from the Emperor's Throne Room diorama. So on the left here, we have Emperor Palpatine with spongy cape, the basic hood, and yellow eyes. So this guy goes for about $7 right now, and it's a very good looking Palpatine. What sets this guy apart from several of the other Palpatines is his yellow eyes. Previous ones have had just regular eyes and then also orange eyes. So that's what makes him exclusive. He's got his really nice robe printing here. The head print there looks pretty phenomenal. Like, it's 2024, it's going to be pretty hard pressed to find bad printing at this point. Right here, he's got a very angry looking face as he's shocking people. And then we lift that up, just a standard, very basic lines for the robe there. A cool Emperor Palpatine minifigure. I think this guy will satiate any Palpatine fans. In the middle here, we have Luke Skywalker with shaggy hair. So this is when they finally updated Luke's hair to, a more realistic looking one instead of just the flat one we've had for years and years. This guy goes for about $10 right now. And, I've got mixed feelings. I really like his torso print, big belt buckle. He's got his flap there. I'm not super accustomed to that hair yet. It's all right. I think it's good. It just will take some time to grow, I think, because we've had the other hair mold for so long. And if we take that head off, you can see he's got alternate, very blank looking stare and really good, back robe printing as well. I think this is a really good Luke minifigure for the prints, and then I will definitely get used to that hair there. On the right, we have, the one and only Phase 2 Captain Rex. So this guy came out in 2023 in the UCS Venator set. Was a very, very expensive minifigure to buy in the aftermarket. $100, $200, people were asking ridiculous prices. 2024 came out, he came in the Microfighter Y-Wing set. And LEGO investors seethed. This guy now goes for about $10, and thank goodness that people can get this guy in an affordable price. He's a very good looking Captain Rex. I think they did his comma piece really well compared to what Fives had when it's just very straight up. This one actually does droop down. The torso print is really good. The helmet print is really good. I like how, the new Clone Trooper prints, you can see the visors are kind of narrow. They're kind of squished. And in this instance, I think it works in Rex's favor because he does have that modified Phase 2 armor where he welded together his Phase 1 and Phase 2. Oops, I just bumped everything. That really works in his favor, I think. It looks, a lot like Captain Rex. You can even see the weld lines where he did his helmet, as well as on the torso, which I think is just really, really neat. On the waist here, we can see his printed waistcloth, which isn't as good as, say, Fives is, but it is what it is. If we take the helmet off, we can see Rex's head here and a really cool detail with the patch where they remove his inhibitor chip. I think that is a really, really cool detail to add. He's got nice arm printing on the side there. If we lift that up, you can see he's got his droid tallies, and then on the back, just very basic clone armor. A fantastic minifigure and a direly needed, re-release of the Phase 2 Rex, because no one wants to pay over $100 for a minifigure. So people can finally get this guy at an affordable value. Next up, we have a couple of Stormtroopers. So both of these guys came out in the Boarding Tantive IV set in 2024. So these specific Stormtroopers are molded in dual molded helmets with light bluish gray panels on the back. So if we zip that, that's what that's referring to. They got shoulder belts, and what separates these two minifigures apart from each other, because they of course are the exact same, are their heads. So we got a female and a male. The female goes for about $3 and the male goes for about $3.50. So don't know why, just a slightly more expensive one, but it is what it is. I prefer the female actually because it's a more unique head mold. We've gotten this head print here a million times, it seems like. I'm not sure if I have personally gotten this one or if it's brand new, but it looks pretty nice, and I like getting different color heads. But these are just very basic Stormtroopers. We've gotten these guys for a little while now, with the exception that they have changed the prints up a little bit on the torso and then switched to a pure white groin piece instead of black. And I don't like it on the clones, but I think I actually prefer it on the Stormtroopers. I think it just looks a little cleaner, a little better for these guys. So I think as of right now, these are the best Stormtroopers we've gotten since the 2014 realistic Stormtrooper. I still haven't fully swung around to the new helmet molds, but they're fine. They do their job all right. But yeah, two very basic Stormtroopers from the Tantive IV set added to the wall. But without further ado, we can get on to the next two guys. All right, next up we have the other two exclusive minifigures from the Tantive IV set. And very, very much more exciting than the Stormtroopers. So on the left here, we have, of course, the one and only ARC Trooper 5s. An awesome minifigure that LEGO is finally giving us, and a surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
So this guy is pretty dang awesome. They captured the printing on the torso really well. I like the ARC Trooper armor there, the comma piece. The legs here have the printed waistcloth. It's not super great, but I think this is better than some of the other printed waistcloths we've gotten on recent Clone Troopers. On the side here, he has really nice arm printing. He has a cloth comma piece, which I'm not a huge fan of because it just doesn't lay well. It's very straight up. Not super great in my opinion. Popping off the backpack here, so we can turn around and see that. It's kind of just an ARC Trooper backpack. And the helmet, I think, is done pretty well. I know there were some complaints about it, but man, Star Wars fans will always find some sort of nitpick on these guys. I think it looks fine. It looks really good. I can tell that that's fives. If we take off his helmet here, that's a really cool clone helmet, or clone face there. He's got Fives' goatee and of course his 5 tattoo, which is really, really neat. If we take off his head and everything, I can show you the back printing here. We flip that around, just a very standard clone backpack print there. So we flip that back around. This guy currently goes for about $15, which is not that bad considering how sought after Fives was for a really long time. I bet you that price will go down in the near future and then shoot up in the far future. I think he's going to be very collectible in the long run. And who doesn't want Fives? Any fan of the Clone Wars is going to want to pick this guy up. On the right here, we have Captain Antilles, and we've got Antilles in a few different sets. This specific one has dark tan shirt with a large rank badge. So that's what it's referring to right there with the rank badge. This guy is only about $2.50, which is awesome because the other Captain Antilles are super, super expensive. Both of them came out in the Tantive IV like UCS sets. So it's really good to get him in a cheap set and very affordable to any fan that wants Captain Antilles. And it's a really nice, even if you don't want Captain Antilles, you want the Rebel Captain insignia there, make some custom minifigs. This is a really good minifigure. I like it. The torso is really done really well. And the face is cool as well. He's got, kind of like the age lines there. He's pretty tired. He's seen a lot. On the back there is just a very basic back print and his scared face as he's being choked out by Vader. But two minifigures that I'm very glad to add to the wall. Fives, of course, sought after for a while. Antilles, this is my first Antilles. I don't have the other two really expensive ones. I actually haven't checked the price to see if those two have gone down, but I'm glad to have one added to the wall. But without further ado, let's get on to the next guys. All right, last but certainly not least, we have the exclusive minifigures from the Clone Trooper and Battle Droid Battle Pack from 2024. So on the left, we have the new Super Battle Droid, something that we've been needing for a really long time. LEGO had not given us a Super Battle Droid in years, and they came out with an updated mold. It should be more stable because the old one is pretty fragile. A lot of the pieces snap. Here's the comparison to the old one. You can see it's thinner up at the top. You can see the button compared to the other one does not have a button, and the arms should be a little bit more stable. So this guy is really cool. Definitely a much needed upgrade. I really like that mold there. It looks really, really good. And to get him brand new, he's about $1. So people can finally get some Super Battle Droids super cheap. On the middle here, we have Battle Droid with tan angle arms and light bluish gray clip on back. So this does make him an exclusive minifigure, and he's about $1 to get. You can make this guy at home if you're trying to collect the minifigures. What makes him exclusive is the double, bent arms, because on the set he's riding a speeder. Then he also has this clip on the back here to attach his gun to. Definitely not the most interesting minifigure, but it is exclusive and does have a spot in the Bricklink catalog, therefore has a spot on the wall. But it's a cheap guy, it's fine, it is what it is. On the right here, we have, again, finally, a new Phase 2 plain white Clone Trooper, something that we have been wanting for a very long time as well. Because this old one that we got back in like 2014 was really, really expensive to get. And they, updated him. They've got what they're doing for the helmets with the mix between realistic and animation. But other than that, I think this guy is a complete upgrade to the old one. He's got leg printing. He's got really nice torso print. If we take off his helmet, they have what they've been using for the Clone Trooper head for a while now. Back printing, a very nice minifigure, and you can get this guy for about $4 as well. So you can army build any of these guys in the set, which is really, really nice. So that's everyone we're adding to the wall today. Now let's go throw them on the wall, see where they're at. All right, so here's the wall, looking fuller and fuller. So starting at the top, we have both the Princess Leia and Dutch Vander. So it's interesting to see that they are right next to each other, that you're releasing the yellow heads and the flesh-colored heads at the same time back in 2004. So kind of cool. Filling up some spots up there. So now we jump all the way down here. We have the Fang Fighter set right here with all those guys. Then right next to them are the Palpatine and Luke from the Emperor's Throne Room. Right below them, we have the Phase 2 Clone Trooper, the Battle Droid, and the Super Battle Droid. If we go over to the right, we can see the Fives and the Tantive IV crew and the cool 25th anniversary plaque there. And then if we go left, we can see good old Captain Rex. And I believe that is everyone I just added to the wall. A lot of guys down at the very bottom filling in spots. So I hope you guys all enjoyed the video. I want to know who's the coolest guy that I just added to the wall in your opinion. Let me know in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.